It's me, it's that King. This hat's fucking waxing it, lads. I look like a bow stoner. Anyway, it's time for the WTF moments from WWE Smackdown Live. And we start with some what culture signs for the first time in God knows how long, which is a genuine WTF moment because towns that we've been visiting in recent weeks have just forgotten all about with a bunch of pricks. But thank you wherever WWE Smackdown was yesterday. I've forgotten the name of the town. That's how important you are to me, but you know, thanks, sorry. So less than 2 weeks away from WWE SummerSlam and Smackdown's half of the main event scene, we'll see Dean Ambrose defend his WWE World Championship against Dolph Ziggler. Why the fuck then, when Ziggles was getting attacked by Bray Wyatt and Eric Rowan, did Dean Ambrose jump into the ring to help him? Surely, since we're this close to WWE SummerSlam and that Dean Ambrose is facing Dolph Ziggler, he'll want Ziggler nowhere near 100%. Something that would have probably happened if, you know, he just let Bray and Eric have their way with him. Just, you know, surely. Is it not just me, not just the cynic in me that wouldn't want to face a man at 100%? Why would you help him out there? I tell you what, lads, baby faces are fucking idiots, aren't they? Massively. Big stupid idiot moron. Massive. It's number 3 and we have another sign that reads AJ Styles has a bitch face. Now, I think AJ Styles' face is lovely. I mean, I know I've got a Mona Lisa of a face myself and, you know, he can join that esteemed club of pretty faces, he can. His hair, though, his hair's fucking atrocious. It looks like it belongs to a lesbian from the 1980s, it's that bad. Never mind your soccer moms and all that shit. Cut your hair, AJ, it ruins your lovely physog, your lovely face. The Young Bucks were on WWE Smackdown Live this week, I can't believe. I mean, look there, they're on a sign. Fooled you, you fucking marks. I tell you what, though, I wouldn't mind WWE signing them, though. I think they'd be a good addition to the bewildered tag team scene. David Otunga says take 3 during Eva Marie's second entrance of the evening. It should have been take 2. Tatty Bojangles. I thought last night's SmackDown was alright, you know, so we're back for another sign. We're clutching at bare straws. That's like I'm clutching at others or teats. We are clutching at bare straws this week, lads, I've got to admit, and I'm just not ashamed about it. Times are tough on this week's WTF moments because they were few and far between. Anyway, there was a sign that read, I'm going to have a baby and it's gonna... my wife is having a baby and I'm gonna... What was it? My wife is having a baby and I'm naming her John Cena. Last time I checked, that was a man's name. And get this, lads, we're back with another sign. I'm bloody spoiling you this week, aren't I, with the signs. This is the depths we've come to. Anyway, there was a sign that had a pair of Tatty Bojangles on, meaning that, like me, there was another Tatty Bojangle connoisseur with his eyes on WWE Smackdown. And also, presumably, some pairs of things in the ring. Why did he have tits on a sign? That's the question I'm asking here. Answer the postcard, please, because I haven't got a fucking clue, lads. Not an idea. It's John O'Clock, motherfuckers! I cannot believe it! Get the fuck in there! Anyway, I'm gonna have to read this off me sheet because this cap has affected my mind. It's reduced it to the size of somebody's that would actually wear one of these in normal day life. Aye, I didn't like these hats, but you know, I'm a sick guy anyway. Get this though, right? This was a sentence that came out of JBL's mouth while speaking about Randall Keith Orton. Yeah, and it looked like last week he had hurt that shoulder in the match against That He Had. Against That He Had? There's a superstar called That He Had? That's a shit superstar name, isn't it? Probably the worst I've ever heard. I'm not bitter about your blockers on Twitter, John. Honest, I swear to God. Alright then, we're halfway through this week's WTF moments for WWE Smackdown Live, and because I like to give you, the fan, the consumer, my subjects, value for money, it's time to look at some funny goats. Go on then, Chris, spin that shit. By gum, they get funnier every time, don't they? I love me some goats. They literally are the goats. Goats are the greatest of all. Fuck off. Right then, and we're back with David Otunga behind the commentary desk, who was questioning whether that little niggling shoulder injury Randall Keith Orton has will affect his ability to hit an RKO. I'm just going to turn to the side here and look at this little screen here, because Chris is going to put 5 images up that I've found on the internet of Randy Orton hitting an RKO with one arm. Play that funny music that ends the videos or something, you know, just let's enjoy them together, shall we? Yeah, David, do you even watch wrestling, bro? Why, I suppose he actually talk, which is a bonus because he normally just sits there in silence. He makes Byron Saxton look like JR. Now, I don't know about you, but I read an article on whatculture.com. Yes, we have a website as well, and not just this glorious YouTube channel, where a group of the best sellers in WWE history were listed. Randall Keith Orton made that list. And I'm about to question why he was, because this was fucking terrible. Let's just turn me to the side once again. Chris will play some funny music in the background and we'll enjoy this little gift together, shall we? Just watch and enjoy. Ooh, Del Rio jumps off the top rope there, clocks Randy in the jaw, and his first reaction is to grab his shoulder. Right, I know Randy's shoulder injury is a bit of a theme at the minute, but Del Rio has just straight up clocked him in the jaw and he's absolutely no-sold. He just grabbed the shoulder straight away. It's almost as if Del Rio didn't touch him at all in the old working punch routine. Why on earth is Alberto Del Rio sitting on ring announcer Greg Hamilton's lap there? Just for no reason, he's just sat there and Greg's all hunched up looking very uncomfortable. I can tell you a reason why, which will probably get me a little bit of flack, but you know, I've got thick skin, so fucking bring it on, you bunch of bastards, you. I'm guessing that Alberto Del Rio has forgotten what the warmth and feel of a human body feels like after Paige was drafted to Raw and he was drafted to Smackdown. He's sleeping in his bed alone at night. Ha ha ha! Boom! Yeah! That, my friends, was a hashtag hat bomb. You can expect more of them in the coming weeks. Because I'm a boss. Did you see Rhino being listed as a former 3-time ECW Hardcore Champion? That belt isn't even a thing, motherfuckers! He was a 1-time ECW World Heavyweight Champion, a 2-time ECW TV Champion, but he was a 3-time WWE Hardcore Champion. That's what they've done there. They've done a bit of Blazing Squad, lads. They've flipped reverse WWE and ECW. Just put the wrong one in there. They're silly geese. What are they like, eh? Good God almighty, motherfuckers, it's John O'Clock once again, and did you hear him dropping incest jokes about Heath Slater? Not only John was doing it, but David Otunga was getting in on the whole cousin wife shite. How dare you, John? How very dare you, David? Good God almighty, it's John O'Clock again, motherfuckers, I can't believe it. And what about those moments? There was only a couple, I admit, but I don't like John and he doesn't like me, so we're going to roll with it. Those moments where JBL called Kamala, that was Carmella, the voluptuous lady from Staten Island, and Kamala, the Ugandan giant, the big beast of a man. And to give you your value for money, I'm going to draft in a man called Kenneth McIntosh. You might have seen him before. He's a man with a penchant. Hello, Kenneth.
Hello.
For games such as Would You Rather and shit like that. So would you rather Carmella with Kamala's head or Kamala with Carmella's head? Kenny, shoot this shit, motherfucker.
That's a very worrying proposition, whatever way I do it. So it's either Kamala's body with Carmella's head.
Correct.
Or Carmella's body with Kamala's head.
Correct.
Right?
Which one would you rather?
Well, I mean, obviously, the answer is Carmella's body with Kamala's head. Because then you get the best of both worlds. Kamala can sing push it, and then you have Carmella's body to enjoy. Whereas the other way around, you'd have Carmella's head, and then you'd have a body with no legs.
Value for money! Ooh. And begrudgingly, lads, it's Mauro O'Clock, motherfucker. Because in that moment where Mauro claimed that nobody in the world of professional wrestling delivers a dirty D's like Dean Ambrose does. Well, Mauro, that's because Dean Ambrose is the only bastard in the entire wrestling fraternity that does so. So how can anyone else do it like him? So then, WWE SmackDown Live superstars John Cena and AJ Styles appear for a 1-minute altercation on WWE Raw this week, but they don't appear on SmackDown. Right then, that's it for all the WTF moments from WWE SmackDown Live. I've been King Ross and someone's pissing ringing me again. Hello? Jesus Christ almighty, 14,712. No half this week? I think you should keep it that way. That was lovely talking to you. Thanks for the update. Tatty bye. Join me tomorrow for some WCPW loaded WTF moments. Farewell. Bon voyage. Sick guy.
Were you one of the unlucky few who couldn't get tickets for July's WCPW tapings? Well, make sure you pick up tickets for August, as they're already extremely limited. On August 24th, we'll be presenting a special live pay-per-view quality show, WCPW Stacked, featuring Moose vs. Joe Coffey, the debut of the Women's Championship, Will Ospreay vs. Marty Scurll. The WCPW Championship will be on the line. There'll be Joe Hendry, Joseph Connors, Big Damo, El Ligero, Primate, Grado, Drew Galloway, EC3, and GM'd by Eric Bischoff. Not just that, but on the 25th, we'll also be holding loaded tapings featuring the Kurt Angle Invitational, a pinfall and submission elimination rumble to decide who gets to face the Olympic hero in October. Grab your tickets for August at wc.pw while you still can. The 2 days are looking absolutely stacked.